Good evening, everyone. Welcome. Matamola TV, we are here. We have some interesting topics to discuss. Welcome, Queen Pumi here, and I have my usual and dedicated staff, Andrew, Mazuba, Fred, and Abraham there. Welcome. Just share in your groups. You're going to play some music and just share so you can gather around. Let me work on my volume, guys. Yes, let's share. Let's share. Hi guys, welcome. Happy Friday. Welcome guys, share in your groups. We are here today. We have a very important subject to discuss. My name is Queen Pumi. I am the CEO and founder of Global Human Rights Alliance, as well as Nangoma Foundation, Zambia, and I'm here with my able team from Nangoma Foundation, and today we are discussing ECL's Roadshow. We are also discussing a comment from the Chinese office person. I don't know his exact title, but he said that Zambians are not ambitious. So we'll be discussing that. And then we are also discussing, there's a breaking news that General William Sikazwe from the Zambia Army is threatening his officers. If you have not seen the article, it's on Sikaile's page, and that's what we are here to discuss, guys. Welcome. Feel free. We'll be discussing here with the panel, but after 30 minutes or so, we are going to open the phone lines. We are going to open the Zoom link so you can join us and participate and give us your take on what happened today regarding ECL's roadshow and General Sikazwe's threats, and also the Chinese comments that we are not ambitious. Welcome, guys. Just share. My name is Queen Pumi. Andrew, you have a few comments before we proceed?
Good evening, Zambia. Good evening, the family. Good evening, everyone who's watching us live. Share, please, to many as you can, so that they can hear the main topic, which are the most important topics which we have for tonight. Please share, and good to see everyone who's on the panel. Looking good, everyone. Most appreciate the madam. She's looking lovely, mom. You look lovely.
Thank you.
Thank you. Anyway, let me just start with the main thing, which is the main concern from Marco Polo Towers company, the CEO who came out on public to announce to the public that Zambians, they don't want more. They are happy with the little they have. That's an insolence. You can't just come out on the public to announce people of Zambia as if you feed them. You know, when you've got workers, those workers are specific people you have to address, not to the nation. Because I don't even know your name, I don't even know your face, and no wonder why should you even come on public to announce to people that no, they are happy with the little they have. Who told you that? Zambians, they work day and night, which you know. If you have been paid to do so, please stay in your lane. This is Zambia. I don't want to use another language to say Zambia belongs to Zambia. No, Zambia is for everyone, but stay in your lane. You came here as an investor, but if you become an investor in the other way, you start politicizing, it won't help you, sir. I respect everyone. I respect you. I saw yesterday the article, but I couldn't comment because I respect people. But today, it has come again. It is like burning in my heart. And then I can't stand on it. Please, I think for now, these are the only comments. Ma'am, for now, thank you.
Thank you so much, Andrew. So yeah, yesterday we saw a CEO of one of the companies to say Zambians are not ambitious. But for me, this guy, we are 17 million Zambians, and then this guy has probably met a few Zambian officials. So what I can say, to me, he's referring to the people whom he has met, you know. In other words, he's saying that the PF government is not ambitious, because the PF government is not empowering its people to be ambitious. They are not creating an environment for Zambians to be ambitious. For me, I take this attack as a direct attack of this Chinese man to the PF government, because he doesn't know us Zambians. Does he know me? For example, if I just take myself, what I have done, I have raised 3 girls as a single woman, and they have all bachelor's degrees. I have done so much. There are stories everywhere, success stories of people being ambitious and doing things, even if the government is frustrating us. We are survivors. Zambians are survivors. Zambians are civilized people. Zambians are peaceful people. We will not take to the streets and riot over a stupid comment, but Zambians, we are intelligent, we are wise, we are peaceful. That's why Zambia is known as to be the most urbanized country in the sub-Sahara. So you don't know us. Zambia, there's been no civil war in Zambia. Zambians are sober-minded people. If they hear something, they sit and analyze and think about the consequences of whatever they decide to do. Even now, I can give an example what is happening now. These PF, they have been instigating the country to create chaos. If it was in another country, we'll be talking civil war right now. Believe me, if it was in another country, this nonsense which PF is doing, but why? Because Zambians, we are peaceful, we are civilized, we are intelligent. We don't just react over a simple comment. What we do is we sit, we think, we discuss, we have a dialogue. These PF, for example, they have been abusing us for 10 years. But Zambians are resolved to say we shall vote them out on 12 August. We are all resolved for a peaceful landslide victory. So this is all I can say. That you Chinese, you don't know us. Zambians, we are respected world over for our peace. There are a lot of Zambians all over the world who have settled. They don't talk. And there are many reasons why people do not come here on social media and talk. It doesn't mean that people who are not talking, they are stupid. No. But people are watching. Do not mistake Zambian silence for foolishness or stupidness. Do not. Do not. So guys, we're not going to waste much time on this Chinese man. We'll just tell him to stay in his lane and just stay away from Zambian politics. Because if he continue, he's going to lose his license when we change government. Yes. We are not going to entertain foreigners to start insulting our intelligence. We are not. We are not. Because whatever is happening in Zambia, no one is happy about it. So for some foreigner to come and stand there and say that whatever is nonsense and is unacceptable. And as soon as we form government, we shall have to talk to that man closely and see why is he should say whether he's here to do politics or to do business. So I rest my case on this. But the next topic I want to discuss is ECL was in I don't know if it's Mandevo, correct me if I'm wrong. He was in Mandevo and he conducted a roadshow, which is banned by ECZ.
Mtendere, ma'am.
Mtendere market, yes. So he was there. Can somebody mute your phone? Yes, thank you. So ECL was there and he was in market. And as we know, these road shows have been banned. So for me, I want to just urge the ECZ to ban PF from this election. So does it mean that all the rules that ECZ has made is only for the opposition? Is a hypocrisy of its own kind. This is what we are saying, guys. It's like these policies, ECZ made these policies to wait for the opposition to violate them. And then when the opposition violates those policies, they move into discipline. We saw a slap on Kambwili's hand. It wasn't even a suspension because the suspension fell in the national mourning period as well as in the suspension of the campaign. And immediately the mourning period is over, the suspension was lifted. So ECZ, we are not stupid, but ECZ, do your job. We'll be begging you here every day by ECZ. We'll be begging you to do your job. This is your last opportunity to redeem yourself because you will go down with PF. I'm telling you, you will go down with them. So guys, let's talk about this Mutendere incident. I see Moses has his hand up. So if you are ready to talk about the Mutendere incident, you can just raise your hand up. Moses, you'll be first.
Yes, due to my network, I'm not sure if I'm clear enough, but I will try by all means to make this short. Though, you know, the heart is hot for these issues. It's a very, very, very good topic for today. But I'll say for the Mutendere, it's really very unfortunate because we see the ECZ and the Minister of Health saying that there is COVID in which they're giving a huge number of people dying, people getting sick, people getting affected with this disease. And then we see a PF president coming up with such kind of a crowd. Because some of people were putting on masks, but some of them were not putting masks. And in fact, the matter of fact is that a disease in such kind of thing, even if you have that mask, it cannot tolerate anyone. Even if you have a mask, you will be affected. So it was really, really unfortunate for the Minister of Health. They've been quiet since that thing happened. They are quiet, and I'm sure they're not going to issue any statement about that. But we urge them, the Minister of Health, to come up and then blame that kind of gathering. That's not allowed. And then when we come to ECZ also, we blame them because they are always supporting the PF, in which when PF come up with something like that, they don't do anything. They go muted, in which the rules they are making or the things they are doing, it's supporting the PF. So the rules they are putting, it's only for the opposition, which is not it's not fair. So for us people, let's rise up, let's talk the nonsense things the ECZ are doing by trying to put up rules which affect the opposition and favoring only the ruling party. So I don't know if I'll be allowed to talk about the Chinese guy, because I would really like also to add something on that.
You can go ahead.
Yes. Sure. On the China, that's really shameful for a Chinese to come up like that, specifically by saying Zambians. Because once you say Zambians, let it be a president, let it be a what is included. So that Chinese, his statement, he should have first thought or asked some people by saying Zambians. What does he mean? Because he has even included even the president himself to say Zambians, meaning the president is not ambitious enough. He's not doing enough for the people. In short, that's what he said. So as Zambian, we should understand that this Chinese is saying the current government is not doing anything for anyone, because the environment in which the government has put people, it's very difficult for anyone to do what? To survive. So everyone as a Zambian, let's try by all means to do what? To vote wisely and also remove this government, because it is not fair for a foreigner all the way from Chinese and come and tell you that you don't know how to keep your children, you don't know how to raise children, or you don't know how to educate people. That's really shameful. And also, after doing some corruption with some leaders and all those things, and then he has earned a lot of money, and now start insulting Zambians that you don't work, you are very weak, you are not ambitious enough. That's really shameful. And also, the Chinese government, the Chinese community, they should try by all means to minimize such kind of statements, because it will bring some unnecessary environment for them when we change government. So I think that's the only thing I wanted to add on that one. Thank you so much.
Thank you. Abraham, you are next.
Thank you so much. I want to talk on that. ECL. I want to give an example of a parent. If you're a parent and you make rules at your one in forward, breaking the rules that you're making, can your children follow them or not? The answer is not. The problem is that the government is putting restrictions.
Okay, we are losing Abraham.
What?
So Abraham, can you try later? We will be losing people if your signal is bad. So if you're just joining us, guys, we are here. We are talking about ECL's roadshow in Mutendere, and also we are talking about the Chinese CEO who said Zambians are not ambitious. And for us here, me personally, I feel that this comment is directed to the PF government, because these Chinese, they have been working with this PF leadership. So he has shown, he knows them. And he has knows that from those business dealings, there's no ambition, you know. All they think about is having money in their pocket. You know, they don't think about what they can do to help grow the economy, you know. They have no ambition. It's true. I agree with the Chinese guy.
Yeah.
For me, I agree. The PF government have no ambition. The only ambition they have is to put money in their pocket. That's it. And this coming from a guy who works with him confirms that PF is corrupt. Raggy, you are next. Raggy, you can come on. And then we can have Fred after Raggy.
Thank you very much for the opportunity, madam.
You are welcome.
Sure, I'll start with ECZ. The ECZ, I think they are not doing their job. They don't know why they are there. They consider themselves to be there for only PF, not people of Zambia, no. And as a citizen, I've got rights to say when it's long, it's long. It's not good whereby the ruling party, they are campaigning. And wherever we want to make a campaign, start campaign, sharing our ideas, what we want to do for the people. And they are sending police to be harassing us. Wow, also we are citizens of Zambia. So I think these people, they have to change. Let them stick and let them be on medium. Let them do their work. So that also we can feel to be countable as a citizen. Not whereby they are only supporting ruling party. No, it's wrong. It's wrong. And coming to this Chinese, yes, the Chinese, they can say those words because of what they are seeing our government is doing. They've got rights and powers for now from the PF government to say whatever they want, to do whatever they feel like. So I think as a citizen, wherever when you want to say this is wrong to Chinese person, and when you stand and say the truth, immediately you'll be grabbed by the police. I attended something in Chainda, here in Munari constituency, whereby these Marwandanese, he accused someone to say wanibera in my shop. And that person was like, Iwe, how can I steal things? Wow, I gave you money. No, wanibera. And he called the police. Immediately the person was grabbed to say, you are a thief. You are harassing someone to say it's just because he's not a citizen. Wow, it's true, he's not a citizen. And he's accusing someone to say, you've stolen my properties. Someone when want to stand and say the truth, to say, Shan, no, you are the thief, we are a thief. So I think what is going on in this country is not good. It's not. Thank you very much, madam.
Thank you, Raggy. And just to comment on that, we saw our Vice President Mutalena Lumango in Nakonde, how the PF tried to attack them, including a police. This is unacceptable, you know?
It's not unacceptable.
What kind of police is this?
Sure.
Sure. They are not police officers. They are just PF thugs in uniforms. That's what I can say.
I think so, because even this recruitment you are seeing, madam.
Attacking the whole vice president, first of all, the other day they were going to a radio station. Immediately PF heard that Ivana Lumango is going to a radio station. They ordered AMA graders and start grading the road to prevent them to arrive at the police at the radio station. What kind of nonsense is this?
These people, madam, they have no direction for now. And they even know to say people of Zambia, they have changed. They are tired of us because they are guilty. Whatever you want to say that to
it's
say
too much.
People,
you are Zambia police.
Sure.
You are civil servants.
Sure. I think, and even this police, they are even countable to be cadres. They are not. They are no longer police.
The whole police force is now. I can say from me, this is my opinion. Fire. In here, I can say the entire police force, they are all infiltrated by cadres because no one is doing anything. How can they send AMA graders grade road? So to grade the road in Honorable Mutalena Lumango is coming.
And what they have to learn from South Africa, the former president Jacob Zuma, he was wearing the yellow combat from prison. And these things, let them bear them in their minds to say things are changing. The wind of change is everywhere, madam. If it's everywhere.
You know what? Infura iloka pakuya. We have 35
Sure.
days, 30 days. So we are
Counting
appealing
down.
to you, police, whoever, PF card, Balungu, please maintain the rule of law. Let's respect each other. People are being hacked.
Sure,
Matomona just inboxed me, he's unwell. He was attending a funeral, but he said somebody was hacked. They are continuing violence. Why can't they contain the situation? Why?
And madam, in this world, in earth here, even in Bible, the kingdom, they were changing the kingdoms. What they have to know is that no matter what, one day things will change. No matter what. And even I can say, there's one thing which I love from our late president, our first Republican president, to say, love your neighbor as you love yourself. Do unto others as you want them to do unto you. That proverb, madam, is very big. And we have to bear it in our minds to say, one day things will change. How can I feel someone to do this and that to me personally and emotionally? Madam, these things which is happening in Zambia is too much. It's too much. Yes, we know. And
yes,
we cannot even...
Andrew, you can come in.
Thank you very much.
Thank you.
Thank you once more.
Actually, Frederick, you wanted to come in. Are you ready, Frederick? Then we can go to Andrew.
Okay.
Yeah. Good evening, everyone.
Good evening.
Yeah. The way the ECZ are treating Zambians is like an animal farm. They have put some regulations and rules which are supposed to be followed. And today we have just witnessed His Excellency Edgar Zagwalungu. When HH was doing roadshows, they were all over saying, no, it's breaking the rules of COVID-19. The health people were everywhere, like commenting and saying, no, we are busy spreading coronavirus. Now, today, it is the ruling party. The Minister of Health is quiet. The ECZ is quiet. We don't know if this COVID-19 has ended today just because Edgar Lungu was somewhere doing gathering people together. So what the ECZ are doing is not fair. It's like they've set the rules for the ruling party and the rules for the opposition. We all know that this Mr. Lunatic CK was suspended. You know, it's like on a family, there is some children which are stubborn, and you have received some guests. You make sure that you mentor the stubborn ones. No, today we have visitors, we have guests. Don't insult, don't do this. Unless those visitors go to leave this home. It's when now you can continue with your behavior. This is what has happened to Shimbakambwe. The ECZ knew that we are mourning. Then they have suspended Shimbakambwe. Immediately after we have buried KK, they have forgiven Shimbakambwe. Now, what is that? What does it tell us? Because during the morning time, it was not time for campaigns. That's why Shimbakambwe was caged. Now they have uncaged Shimbakambwe now to start dividing this nation. By ECZ, please, on 12 August, mark this date, you and PF, you'll be gone. You'll be no more. You have done a lot of damage to this nation, to this great nation. Yeah, commenting to the Chinese guy, you know, Zambia is broad. We know that the PF government have failed a lot, but Zambians are ambitious. Zambians are ambitious. Zambians are farmers. Zambians are producers. But the PF leaders are the ones who are not ambitious. And you, Chinese guy, you have worked with the PF government. So, stating that Zambians are not ambitious, it's wrong. But what I can assure you is, my fellow Zambians, on 12 August, let's vote wisely. Let's vote wisely so that we prove to this Chinese guy that Zambians are ambitious. Failing to vote wisely on 12 August, the Chinese guy will be sure that we are not ambitious, but let's prove to him that we are ambitious. We are different from the PF government. The PF government is not ambitious. So you Chinese guy, next time,
Okay, Frederick, you are breaking up.
Just
Okay.
address the PF,
Yes.
not Zambia. That's why
Yeah.
this is why the PF, they are happy about that statement. No one from the PF have complained that no, why this Chinese guy have said we are not ambitious. No one. So thank you. Thank you. You can take it.
No one from the PF have said it because Mariana went here. They are the people who will sign and give them money. What can they say against him? But us, we who are ambitious are talking, and we are saying we shall show you how our ambitions on 12 August. Yes, Andrew.
No, thank you, madam. Thank you once more. You know, let me pick also on Mr. ECL, Mr. Edgar. You know, yesterday, madam, if you followed me, I posted a thing to do with the suspension of Mr. Kambwili. And why can't they just also uplift the suspension of Roadshow? And then it has actually happened today. You know, you tell people there will be no Roadshow, no campaigning, but a person you follow, I don't know if you saw about what does the other side, what does can't be followed, only the other side. You know, all I know is Mr. President is supposed to lead by example, but what he has done today, it is something which is not supposed to be done. You know, if him doing that and then us who are in opposition start doing that, are they not going to stand again, sending my police officers to harass us again? You know, as Zambians, this is the only time we can realize the importance of voting wisely. Voting wisely means putting a person who has that caliber, who respects education sector, who respects all institutions, you know, a person who knows what it means to break the law. Let me comment also on what happened to Mr. Jacob Zuma. Jacob Zuma has gone into prison because of 40 billion he invested in his house. Now, look at the politician we have in Zambia. They have stolen beyond 40 billion. So how many cases are they going to be followed over? You see, South Africa, they came to realize that no, it's enough is enough. That 40 billion would have been invested in a health sector. That same 40 billion would have invested in, like today we have Corona. You see, they realize the importance of having money altogether. But here in Zambia, you look at the way it happened. Let me also go back to the situation on what happened because of in blessing corruption and other stuff. When Mr. came into power, some cases for Rupia Banda were shut down. No one has ever followed Rupia Banda over the allegation of Zamtel, we talk of Zanaco, all those cases. You see, why? Because they embrace corruption, they embrace bribery. Goes to ECZ. ECZ, you know, Mr. Esa Ochulu, please, you are our parent. And then being on the position you are, we trust to say, whatever outcome will be, it will be on you. I remember last time you announced some results which were not even supposed to be like that. How would you announce 28,000 to a fellow, to one person, and then 2,000, I don't know if it's 3,000, 7,000 to another person, whereas podcast together was 28,000. So where were those voters numbers? Where did you got them? Mr. Esa Ochulu, Mr. Shingano, and whoever is for ECZ, please. I may look ordinary like this, but I've got a voice to speak out. I beg of you, this is the only Zambia we have. If you mess up this time around, no one will stand quiet like the way we did. We tried our best by going, you gave us 14 days to trial, petition, whatever, which failed. But this time around, it will be no petition. No petition this time around. So I'm begging you, sir, and all of you who are under ECZ, please, if you're following whatever they are ordering you, if you know what is best for you, you've got families, I know, but I want you on you here, it's the media. You've got families, you've got mothers, you've got sisters, relatives somewhere. Please, whatever happens to you, don't complain, because it will be up to you. Whatever you announce should be considered to be the best for Zambians, not for one individual. Because one individual doesn't vote, and then the same one individuals in the Eastern Province, where he believes that where he comes from, he was never born in Eastern Province. He was born in the Copper Belt. We know all those stories. He has to be coming from Eastern Province. No, he comes from the Copper Belt. People are complaining in Eastern Province that in Shanti compounds, he has never done anything. Here you are lying to people that you are from Eastern. You are not. If your grandmother were born in the Eastern Province, doesn't make you to be Easterner. No. If you were born in Copper Belt, you are from Copper Belt. Not lying to people of Zambia, you are from Eastern. The other thing is this system of uplifting whoever you like, my friend Mr. Frederick has already articulated. You look at the situation. The time we had visitors all over the world who came to mourn our the first Republican president, you had to suspend Mr. Shimbakambwe because him being a lunatic, you suspend him because you knew that you'll be just outlying my issues and menace as a Nkala Navalio. You had to suspend him because but because of Alendo, they've gone, and then you have audacity to uplift that suspension. That means you never suspended him. How do you suspend the person one day? The following day, you uplift that. Please, this is a listen, please. All I believe is putting people there on your position, like the position you're having. It means you've got that caliber to control things in a better way. Not whoever comes on the other side and then tells you what to do, you follow. Or I believe one time you even came up with an issue to say, no, we've got power to do this. Who told you? Which power do you have? You don't have any power. Power belongs to people. And then those people are voting. So if you believe your power, I warn you this time around. Mr. Esau Chulu, whoever is involved in these elections, this time around, whatever the plans you have, it won't work because we are here on the ground working. And then the work we are doing is to see whatever you are doing. Look at the situation in Dubai. How do you send first the other people? You delay them, and then you only send the ruling party. Who does that? Ruling party is supposed not even to witness there. Witness what? The only people supposed to witness are opposition. Who does that? Zambia, how are we going to tell our children to grow? You know, we don't send observers to such occasions. We send opposition so that they see how things are working. Now, how do you start by sending your own people and then you delay the opposition? For what reason? Do we know what he has done?
It's already rigged. It's already rigged. That's a malpractice, Apopeni.
Actually, I've just been updated. This is not a prophecy, but this is what has come on my desk right now. People, the same PF, they've planned to kill some people like the way they did for gassing, so that they can announce a state of emergency. And I know your plans, and your plans will never work. There will be some death everywhere to look as if it's a spiritual chant. No. There will be the same thugs who has been knocking people everywhere. That's
the same prisoners who escaped. You see, there are how many? 12 prisoners escaped.
These are the same thing. You see, we'll talk of collection facilities, Mr. What's his name again? The one in Kabwe.
Chisela.
You know, sir, putting you in charge in those facilities means that you can guide us. Guiding us means protecting Zambian citizens from those thugs, killers, murderers, all sort of names. But what you are doing now, you are threatening your own people.
Imagine.
How do you promise jobs? Are you the owner of this country? When you are given a position to work, just work in the same line. promise jobs. How many people are you going to promise jobs? Please leave UPND alone.
But they are just lying to them. And they won't give them those jobs.
I know.
Words.
Yes, I know you may have such powers, this and that, but please, all those who are listening, those who try to be blind, please, those jobs they are promising you, they will never give it to you. It's just the way of campaigning. That's the way they know about campaigning. How many people has been fired since the PF came into power? For no reason. Police officers in Western Province were suspended, were just fired for no reason, just because they were trying to protect the opposition. Who does that? But what I know is the work of police officers is about protecting the citizen. Now, if you fire someone who protects the citizen, then what are you doing? What are you doing for the country, please?
Nothing.
Just recently, JJ went to Central Police there. The headquarter, he went and he attacked the police officer, which case has been thrown out. If it was an opposition like me, I attack someone or a mayor police officer, I don't know if I can see it tomorrow. Let us listen. Let us work together as a country. And then I'd like to drop a certain video. You know, in Zambia, let me lastly comment on what happened to this. How do you address people about eating candolo thing? You know, you can't utter such words at these last days. These last days supposed to be sweet talk. When you're about to have a divorce, which you don't want to divorce your wife, there's a way you have to address your wife. Not here, ungaende. If you truly know that when she goes, you will suffer.
Oh, one day. They think you will cut wishi. You know,
it's a high time. It's a high time. Yes, it's a high time. Ukuzembeleka, what we call in Bemba, ukuzembeleka, wazembeleka. This is the time you have. You tell people the sweetest things. Not you come in the morning, hey, mungadia kandolo. Are you going to be providing the same kandolo? Do you even know how much is the same kandolo? Each and every individual, they are not managing the same kandolo. When they buy in the morning, they will eat, maybe they will prepare it for supper only.
And there will be someone who will buy your wife continental breakfast. You meet somebody, baby, what do you want? Continental breakfast, just say what you want.
You see, Zambian people, those who are watching us live, I'm not making it as fun, no. When you vote UPN into power, I promise you the best thing ever. 2 weeks holiday, you'll be eating beef every day. Blind in the street. You enjoy ever. Zambia, it will become like, you know, what has happened to Rwanda? Rwanda, they are now celebrating the good governance. They have almost everything they desire. In Rwanda right now, it's like Singapore. Singapore is the best. I know many people, they don't know where Singapore is, but Singapore is the best so far in the world. That's Rwanda now in Africa.
And Andrew, let me just chip in right there so we can give time to McBride. But you said something to say if we vote UPND in power, people will be celebrating. What I want to say is during KK's funeral, did we see any food? Wali nali mwana video ati bushetu aladira kuisa ubwali chiro chabaka unda twala tuje kuisa ubwali. It's not a joke. This is a shame. It's a shame that as a country we couldn't even in each province, as the body was going to each province, they should have organized meals for people. Bakaunda used to do this for us. Independence, we all used to go in the stadium, we eat, have whatever we wanted. Ama trucks would come to deliver bread, whatever. But the sad part is at Kaunda's funeral, nothing was offered to the people. Even when an ordinary person dies, to celebrate that person's life. I didn't say any cow, each provincial district as per tradition, like as Tongas, me am Tonga. Umuntunga afwa. No babade bakaunda bene bachalo. We didn't even see any nanguni nkoko. Ati paye nkoko bakaunda tubalire takuli.
You know, you know what we say in Zambia? Tulanda tetu luso bwadi luse no muntu. Or tetu luso muntu luse no bwadi. Those are the things which are important. In Zambian tradition, ichililo chonse chila kwa tefia kulia. But it's very shameful whereby ending the value of 21 days no wadi kuchililo. Anyway, thank you. I let's stay, Mama. Thank you.
Musalula, they broke income. Bali, at what words can I use? Eh? Zambian culture, when there is a funeral, pakupase chililo. Fiaba kaunda bali ba president, ingabali paye ngombe, inkoko, abantu balia. Nomba this government mwandini. It's a shame. They were supposed to have a big feast to celebrate his life. Bakaunda was 97 years old. It's a celebration of life. The whole country, we should have had a big feast to Katawe. He fought for our freedom. We are here because of him. The government should have bought each province 10 animals to celebrate Kaunda's life. But no, but it just became like a joke. Abantu twalaja kwisa uwali wa Bakaunda. It's not a joke. It's a fact. We know. Umuntu nga afa olionse nga mafuma mkushika. After you bury, there is supposed to be a celebration of life. Nomba is not just an ordinary person. This is Bakaunda. And this is a legacy which PF have left. The legacy is during Kaunda's funeral, they couldn't even kill a chicken.
Maybe just to chip in. Thank you. Good evening, everyone.
Good evening.
Thank you very much. I think before I start with my contribution, I would like Zambians to watch this video. I don't know if they can get it. This is Mr. ECO in Mtendere. I would like to speak with facts. So that Torotreland, Baraba Fitara, this was in Mtendere. There was a huge number of people. Huge number of people. Now, because of my camera, it can't manage to capture. In the farmer Zambia is these are the type of people who are saying they follow rules and the rules of in this country. They are breaking the rules here. These are breaking in the name of inspecting project. They have gathered people, they've brought people, and these people, to them, I don't know how they think. If by PF COVID-19 it can't touch them. It only touches the opposition. Zambians, you are there to judge. If what you are saying, that and from the blues, you are there to judge. This man was in Mtendere, the PF candidate, so to say. He was in Mtendere with a huge number of people. Zambians, we are watching. Zambians, we are there to judge. We've been instructed by the ECZ not to have road show or anything related to a road show. But what was happening in Mtendere? It was more like a public life. And the president was there. So the point that I'm trying to make here is, I think for Zambians, we need to be strong. We need to make decisions that will make our future. We need to come up with solutions. And these solutions, it will come through a ballot box. It will come through a voter's card. These people, they've destroyed the country. These people, they've damaged everything. Look at what the Chinese are saying. They've got given the caliber to say negative things about us Zambians when they are making money in our own country. Imagine if this country was... Yes. In our own country. But the bad things about Zambians, they've come all the way from China. But in our own country, the Chinese is even happy, is even free to issue that useless statement. It pains me as a Zambian. That's why our Chinese are The reason why they are doing this, they have seen the weakness of the PF leadership. That's the reason why they can even say whatever they want. So to you, my listeners and my fellow Zambians, we have a role to play. My elections are in a few weeks' time, in few days' time. Please, if you vote for PF, expect more trouble than this in the next 5 years to come. But what we are telling you is the truth. Then coming to the police, we want you to be professional. Zambia does not belong to police officers or anyone in the government. It belongs to everyone. That's the reason why we all have one NRC, one voters card. So we are all protected by the same constitution. Now, the challenge we have in this country is that you've put your interest first as an individual. Forgetting the majority, and you, the minority, you want to continue putting us in trouble like you are ECZ. Our police could intimidate abantu. What was happening in Indora to Honorable Frank Tayari? I was not happy when I watched it. His billboard, his posters. Now, he went there to check, and the police officers came. They started harassing him, which was undemocratic. In a democratic country like Zambia, we were from burying our forefather, Dr. Kenneth Kaunda, who fought for this country. He was among the people who fought for democracy. And here comes a police officer to disturb or maybe to harass a citizen, a police officer with one NRC. You know, it's undemocratic. So Zambians, we have got you've been given, you've been shown the true colors of PF. And my conclusion to what I'm saying is, PF it's a mix of MMD. All these manners, all these what they are doing, they had to copy from MMD. That's the reason why we saw people from MMD joined the PF, and these are the results. The people that were insulting Zata, they are the ones who are in government today, and they've made the PF to lose direction. Now, since they've lost the direction, I've reminded you Zambians, wherever you are watching, don't vote for PF. You will suffer. You end up. I rest my case.
Thank you. I have a comment here from Christopher Mulenga. He said, just tell us what you are going to do. Don't talk about Ishima at a funeral. This Ishima at a funeral is a big thing. It's not only Zambia, anywhere in the world, any culture at a funeral, umuntu ngafwa, they serve food. Eloku Zambia, ifwe as a culture, like Tongas, Kuipa Ngombe, Ababemba, everyone, there's some form of food involved. Now, Bakaunda is not just an ordinary person. He is a founding father, and this is what we are saying. Ukwebat PF failed even just to kill a chicken for the Zambian people. They failed to keep it's a disgrace. It's a disgrace. You know our manifesto. Go on our website. You can find the UPND manifesto. It's there. But we are just saying that these people, we buried KK. Nangulimbeba nga bali bulembeba okwebati seni mulye ichiriro iseni mulye obwali bwa chiriro takwali efo tulelanda is a fact, and this is their legacy. They will be remembered. So I end here, guys. Ragi, you have a comment? We are down to almost an hour. We should be closing. Let's talk about General Sikazwe. We haven't talked about him before we close. Andrew atinangunimbe bali chiro kutekanya nangunimbe yakutekanya nangunimbe batiseni mudi.
Mami, they always say that they've got at their whatever Eastern province. At least they would have bring up
where was the bag? Money bags. Where is money bags?
All those questions. And then whoever he commented, yeah, I don't want to attack anyone, but when you look at the situation, we stand to discuss many topics. Every funeral, wherever you go to, whether a person was a drunkard, a common man, a regular person, there is what we call feeding at the funeral. Now, Mr. Kahunda was the founding father, which was the light to feed. Almost everyone was supposed to celebrate.
Contribute.
Yes. Funeral everywhere you go, we call it, we celebrate someone's life.
Yes.
To them,
by standing just like that.
To them, my people, to them, everything is COVID. To them, everything is COVID. So don't expect these people to allow people to have food and but
COVID means you have to have a proper diet.
My analysis is that whatever they are doing, what they have been doing, but Stephen in a normal country, even on the KK's funeral, we expected some opposition political parties to give some speeches. But John Sefiari quiet.
That's why they are going. Mute. That's why they're there, because they can't operate it ni country
So coming to the issue of General Sikazwe, I think I earlier mentioned of abantu they are putting their interest first. The majority if indeed they had that heart of looking at the majority of Zambians, 17.1 million people, against Krakenka minority group Kavo, they can't do this to us Zambians. Things are bad. Miss our mute, but when manage, they are managing to take their children to high expensive schools. They are living in but what many people are going through, they don't even know. They don't even know how much
Mr.
1 kg cost. Yes, please.
Not only that, when you look at Mr. Lusambo came out in public by saying that what is the 2 million? That's the 2 million are used for budgeting like groceries. You say that? That's insulting the Zambian people.
So my encouragement to the Zambians is to vote in big numbers. Vote ones. Vote. That's the reason why in a voter registration, challenges. They knew that this year, 2021, people will vote in numbers. Vote. Will be going forward. Just like that. Before feeling a government, we will vote without fail.
Thank you. Mwande ni Idia Chaba General Sikazwe, because it's threatening the junior officers. Because Pachiro Pavaka Unda, Kwali, they sang a song to say they don't want bloodshed, they want peace in Zambia. So they sent a message to him. I'm appealing all these generals who want to send the police officers who are underpaid. Whatever police are 3.5, even allowance yabo, iyatina ngukofi. Hello, muntu officer. Balemu pela 3,000. And they want to send these officers on the street to kill their own families. Send your own people. Mwema generals, hire your relatives. Hire them as your officers in the army and send them on the streets.
And Mama, my question on those people who are planning to do that. Imagine if this country and then they say I may die today or tomorrow. How are they going to live? No one is going to recognize them that Ababana generals. They will also be brutalized. No, but how for standardizing the way they are thinking, if they are just concentrating on the present. Yes, my brother.
Yeah, I want us to add up on this one. It has just come into my mind first. When you look at the situation, as Zambians, we don't have that mentality of becoming refugee in people's countries.
No.
If we can't maintain this peace, it will be difficult for us to go as a refugee somewhere, which I believe I can do that. So, whatever Mr. Sikazwe is trying to do, please, I appeal to you, sir. Being a general doesn't make you to control every situation. Why are you not sending, like Madam Pumulu has already said, send your children, send them in the street, let them do what you are planning to do. Not some people's children. Those people you are trying to send, they've got families. How are they going to be looked at? They've got my in-laws. How are they going to be looked at?
Bali kula abana babo bali mu fyalo, bonse abana babo bali mu fyalo, elo nomba batu poor soldiers. Oh, but too much kubese mtukipayana. No.
And then, moreover,
the plan is Zambia, we are sitting on diamond. Paratula ipayana, ama Chinese bakula imba gold. Mwamona?
Amanganizi kuwa pula balese.
Bakula imba gold, copper, the mines will not shut down. So this is a perfect recipe by creating commotion. Ukoat paratula ipayana mumisebe ifwe, ba ama Chinese bale imba gold, copper, manganese, fyose bakula senda. Elo impia bale yakana ba PF baledi. But the same thing if it's kwa Angola, you know, those wars where people are fighting, but abantu ama mine kudia bale senda. Impia bale senda, the minerals are going out, but abantu in the streets are dying. We say no to that. It's not going to happen in Zambia, God forbid. We are going to elect a credible government, and we are going to elect a government that's going to share the wealth of Zambia equally. Ama Zambians tend to know and to pray. And
just to remind
be peaceful for that day.
Yes, and just to remind the Zambians, I think there was one time when I proposed, I think I was among the people on this platform who proposed to say, by PF, if they are lovable by PF, why can't you have any elections? Na COVID divided pressure. Now next week, we vote if indeed the PF is lovable, if indeed the PF has a future. Why can't they bring elections? Wangu to a voter, we vote so that we see who wins. Super. Because then very better pressure. They've done well. The money they borrowed, do good use. Everything is intact. Corruption. Why can't you have elections? COVID. Why can't you have elections so that if much prevent COVID? But they are putting pressure on us. Whether to intimidate. No. I'm a human rights here, so I think by PF, you are there not for granted. Remember, even in the Bible, Nebuchadnezzar at one time, that was his end. So I wouldn't wish President Lungu to go through something like that. Like Obama, they are there. Life goes on. If you have got issues, checking out court. I think.
Okay, guys, 1 hour. Hopefully, my Loma Tomola will be live again. You feel better to come on. So, thank you guys for watching. We can have a few comments and then we can shut down. Andrew or
yes.
Wale,
No, I want us to give last encouragement for today, not for other days, just for today. To those who are watching us live, please. As you be preparing to go and vote, go in numbers. Invite all those people for the voters card. Tell them the best party to vote for, which is going to bring almost everything in a peaceful way. Dollar will be dropped. Corruption will be corruption free. No minister will ever own mansions without knowing where the resources are coming from. In the new government, everything will be perfect. Everything will be considered. And then we talk of those people who are almost graduating every year. They will be considered. They will be considered. They will find jobs, not like what we have today. Almost every year people are graduating. For 10 years, people have been graduating, but no one has ever given a job. It's about promises. This one at youth fund, whatever, which has no entrepreneurship, whatever. And then only people get those entrepreneurship are those musicians, 4 or 5 people at entrepreneurship. How do you give 3 people 300,000? Why can't we share the same 300,000 each 100 so that they see what we can do about it? Thank you. These are my last comments. Thank you for watching, guys, and I appreciate for your time. Thank you.
Thank you. Any last comments?
Yeah, Charlie, what I want to say to people out there, those who are watching us, people of Zambia, citizens, fellow citizens, your vote, my vote, our vote is a weapon. So let's vote wisely. Let's choose people who has got heart for us, those who count us to be people, to be citizens of Zambia. Not those people who are counting their families and their own health on their homes. For us citizens and the fellow Zambians, we are crying. No one is looking at us. Since we've given them 5 years, their time is over now. We cried, there were no response. How can someone shows that love when you are free? Then the time when you are in trouble is nowhere to be seen. Let's vote wisely. These people, they are not there for us. They are there for their own families.
Yeah.
Thank you very much. Good night, people of Zambia.
Good night, people. We'll see you tomorrow. You are.
Mama.
Good night. Good night.
Good night,
Good
everyone.
night, good night, good night, good night.